Welcome to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, home of the 1969 Strat-O-Matic replay, and we are getting ready to play a ball game. I'm looking forward to this one. I've been waiting. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Oh, thank you, Kathy Harden. I'm going to make this a leisurely ball game, folks, if it's okay with all of you. I got the score sheet all set up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies at the New York Mets in Shea Stadium. And there's a good tweet coming up with a good picture of Shea Stadium. I just got to set up these lineups, put in the fielding rotations, fielding stats, and we'll be ready. Yeah, that's the best kind of ball game. Absolutely. The Phillies swept the doubleheader, which started off this series. And the Mets will be looking to come back here. There'll be a Twitter post, X post, coming up very shortly with that picture. Grody back in the lineup. Actually, that was a double header, so he didn't catch the second game. I'm just going to enter these, and then we'll be able to go over the pregame lineups. The post is up. And the post is good. There's a nice picture of Shea Stadium as the crowd comes in. This is the best season they've had in their franchise history. I have fond memories being there. And before we get started, I have a rendezvous with this, as we were talking about earlier. I have a lovely rendezvous. With this, and I'm gonna take it. I had a busy day today. We played a ball game, Giants and the Astros this morning. Then I did my glamorous life, getting my medication. I got a chicken dinner, some milk, some water, some Mike and Ike's, and I have ice cream for dessert. I only have one meal a day. I'm a little overweight anyway. I'd like to welcome you to the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Great pick of Shea indeed. And I'll tell you something. I wish I had an orange. I'll tell you what I'll do. Just to make it. And I have all of these. I only have Kathy Harden to thank for having such a ample response. Let's make it. Let's get a big single die and get the colors going there. Screw the Phillies, even though they're red. They're red. I don't have a small orange, no. For some reason, I'll look again. But I think that'll work. This'll work. I think this will work. If you're talking about a small orange, yeah, that looks good. I'm looking again here, and I do not see a small orange in here at all. But I got some of these loose ones here. No, those are red. So we'll go with this. This Kathy says it looks good. Indeed. And before we go, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to enjoy some of my cannabis here. Ooh, what a day it's been. It's been a long day already. And we want to thank Kathy Harden for the repost. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As long as it's easy. It's a very important thing to be able to get that going well. And folks, I just want to take it easy. And relax. And enjoy the ball game. Exactly, Kathy Hart. Folks, we got a great ball game here. It's the Philadelphia Phillies at the New York Mets. Third of a 4-game series. The Phillies took the first two. It was a doubleheader. But the Mets are still 1 game over 500. They're in 4th place behind the Chicago Cubs. Phillies are in dead last. They're even behind Montreal. And that looks like a big frickin' hit to take in one sweep. But I think I have earned this one. Kathy Harden for the Mets. No surprise. You gotta get that stuffed right in there nicely. I got everything I need. If you'll excuse me one moment, please. Kurt Miller. Oh, that was good, Kathy. I'm not sure who you mean. Was born in North Carolina. Oh. Oh, that was that was so good. I don't know who we're talking about here, Kurt Miller. 7th of 8 children. I have no idea who we're talking about here. He says, born in North Carolina, 7th of 8 children. I have no idea who we're talking about. Oh. I had to take this one in 2 hits, 2 separate. There's even probably something left. Don Cardwell. Kurt Miller is talking about Don Cardwell. Don Cardwell died in 2008. Always being reminded of He had a no-hitter. He had Pick's disease. And he died of Pick's disease, which a form of dementia. What a shame. He hit a lot of batters. But hit by pitch only comes up on the hitter's card. But I'm going to be looking forward to these two. There's Jerry Johnson for the Phillies. Don't tell me he's the guy who eventually... No. He's a guy he died 2 years ago. Played for a whole bunch of teams. He was 12-9 in 1971, Jerry Johnson. Just didn't get a lot of opportunity to pitch when he was up in the bigs, and we don't know if he was hurt, and that's why he didn't see much action. This pregame is brought to you by the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. It is the Philadelphia Phillies at the New York Mets. For the Philadelphia Phillies, having a horrendous season, 54-81. Are they mathematically eliminated? I don't think so. At 25 out, that's 125. I'm sorry, 135 games. Wow. And that Strat-O-Matic won't really reflect that. That's going to be 135, 27 games. Their magic number, I guess, is 2. To be mathematically eliminated, as we're getting, we are getting that close to the end. And there'll be a sort of a melancholy, a bittersweet for the season to end. Leading it off for the Philadelphia Phillies, playing second base is Terry Harmon. Batting second in center, John Briggs. Batting third at first base, Big Dick Allen. Batting cleanup in right, Johnny Callison. Batting fifth and playing third base, DJ Darren Johnson. And we technically should put, because we have 2 Johnsons here, a D. Could have put it inside. And of course we have the J Johnson. Jerry Johnson, who will be starting. Batting sixth in left, it's Ron Stone. Dave Watkins doing the catching lately. I guess Ryan is hurt. He's a workhorse. Watkins batting seventh and catching. The shortstop batting eighth, Don Money. And the pitcher, Jerry Johnson. He's won only 3 this season. He's a right-hander. And he'll be hurling for the Phillies to start. and for the hometown New York Mets. Leading off and playing center field, Tommy Agee. Batting second at third, Wayne Garrett. Batting third at first base, Don Clendenin. Hitting cleanup, acquired from Cincinnati. In left field, it's Art Shamsky. Batting fifth, it's Ken Boswell at second base. And that's not bad, Kurt Miller. Kurt Miller notes that Cardwell hit 15 homers during his career. A nice accomplishment by a pitcher. Batting sixth and playing right field, Ron Swoboda, a Husky guy. I saw him in person. He's Husky. Batting seventh and catching, Jerry Grody, one of the best in the business. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, the late Bud Harrelson. And pitching and batting ninth, a man who died of Pick's disease. I don't know a lot about it. What I do know is it's a form of dementia. Don Cardwell. And I remember Cardwell. He was sort of I don't know what he was. He was a fourth or fifth pitcher for the New York Mets when he was with them. We also had McAndrew. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and we got the Phillies at the Mets. I'm trying to be philosophical. The Giants lost today. They have fallen now 5 1/2, I believe. Very, very spoiler if you want to watch the game. It was Giants against the Astros. And the Stros, they won the first game of this series. Look at this. LeMaster got tired, and then they brought Willis in. Willis was awesome. Anyone who can get a save and allow a run, that's fucking creative. It was a good game, though. McCovey hit a 2-run home run. And but it was as you see, the Giants are going to now fall 5 1/2. The Mets take the field. Excuse me. It was disappointing. That's a lot of fucking games. They're in second place, the Giants, and they're 5 1/2 out. I mean, they're still in it. Mets have taken the field. It's setting them up defensively. It's Cardwell on the mound with Grody behind the plate. Clendenin at first, Boswell at second, Garrett at third, Buddy Harrelson at short in the outfield, left to right, Shamsky, Agee, and the very husky Ron Swoboda. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman, and I am in Studio B, and I'm so glad you're with me. We're ready to start this ball game. I thought that was a pretty good intro, if you don't mind me saying it myself. As far as I can go, I don't know if I can sustain it though. It takes a lot of effort, but I sure am glad to be here. We are broadcasting remotely to Shea Stadium in Flushing, New York. Do you know, I heard originally, you know how it's open in the outfield? This is the, this is the basically home plate in the infield. But over on the other side, it's open. They should have enclosed it and called it the toilet bowl, because it's in Flushing. Think about it now. But I liked Shea. I thought it was a very friendly ballpark to go to. Very easy to get to, even for a kid like me on the North Shore of Long Island. Take one bus, takes you right to the heart of Flushing, and then you just walk across the bridge. Just a nice, leisurely walk across the bridge. It's Cardwell warming, and leading it off is Terry Harmon now. Usually I use, what color do I use again here? White, yeah. So this should be no harder to see with a contrast. Just getting used to here. I'm in Studio B, it's cool. It's early. And Don Cardwell, here's Terry Harmon, steps into the box. Here we go. Cardwell is ready, and the pitch to Harmon. That's going to be 4-10. It's a little weird. Fly ball left. Shamsky under it, one down. It's a little weird. I guess it noticed out there, yeah. I guess that orange will tell me what the hell that means. So Harmon flies out to Shamsky. We're at Shea here. I have fond memories of Shea Stadium. Fond freaking memories. Okay, Cardwell gets a sign from Grody. The pitch now to Briggs. That's 1-7 right-handed, and he grounds it to first. Oh, stopped by Clendenin. And Cardwell covering the bag. What a play. And folks, you got to, if you're following New York Mets baseball, as I know I have, as Kathy Harden has, I think many of, some of you, the rest of you here, all season, they're playing on a whole another caliber than they did ever before. Even though 68 was a incremental improvement from any team they had. They were slightly better year by year, but they were down in the dumps. It's 2 outs now. Beautiful play by Clendenin, stopping the ground ball from going through, and then Cardwell covering. It's 2 outs, no one on. Here's Big Dick Allen now. Cardwell ready. Pitch to Allen. That's 4-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that is the side. Ain't that a pretty showing by Don Cardwell? A perfect inning. It's a 1-2-3 with a strikeout of Dick Allen. We've gone a half here. Philly nothing. Mets coming up in the first. Here's Jerry Johnson now. We'll see how he lasts. Actually, he pitched to over 100 innings. He's won 3 this year. And leading it off is H.E. We're in the bottom of the first here. Mets batting. Just underway at Shea. Okay, Johnson is ready. The pitch, whoops, the pitch to AG. That's 4-7, right-handed, base hit, Tommy AG, right up the middle. A beautiful single, and the crowd loves it. AG on first. Very exciting. Let's look at Johnson's card. Well, he's about as average as you can be. Even below. Here's Wayne Garrett now. AG on first. He's a C. Johnson. And the pitch to Garrett. He's not bunting. 6-7, left-handed. Oh, grounds it to second X. That's going to be Harmon, a 3-12. 10-3. And an E12. 10-3. He's a G2 E12. 4-8-12. He is a 12. 4-8-10, I'm sorry. He is a 12. And he throws him out with a runner on first. He's going to throw somebody out. I'm going to tell you that. It's going to be a G2 clean with a runner on first. He's going to go to second, AG. Heads up, very nice run by AG on that. It took a while with our super advanced chart. We have Rick DeBar, when watching the games at Shea, you could always hear the planes. Oh shit, the planes were all frickin' game. You kidding me? You can hear them all throughout the ball game, and during that's Rick DeBar. Kurt Miller says during one Cardwell loss in '65, he drop kicked his glove into the dugout. Well, at least it shows he has a pulse, Kurt Miller, huh? That's just natural frustration. I don't fucking blame him. Okay, so Garrett grounded out to second, Harmon, and AG went to second now. Here's Clendenin. Shamsky on deck. From the stretch, Johnson. 5-6, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, Johnson gets Clendenin. And Jeff, don't fuck it up. Okay, don't go off into one of your, where you take a hit of weed and then you think all sorts of shit stuff. You're doing the best you can. All right, Mark Levine. High compliment from Mark Levine, thank you. So it's 2 outs now, AG on second, and Art Shamsky in what I'd call a clutch situation. Kurt Miller notes that when Swoboda wore love beads on a team flight, Don Cardwell, a Southern conservative, ripped them off. Well, that's across the line. Okay, that's freaking stupid. What kind of fucking guy does he think he is? Okay, that's not civil behavior. That's not fucking civil. Let people fucking wear what they want. Okay. Unless it's hurting you, and I don't know why people would care, because it unless you were wearing something that was so big that it actually invaded your personal space. Like if I had a giant brooch that was actually made of synthetic, like a plastic, and blown up. Okay, and if there was a night gallery about that, and if I walked into a room and approached you, my brooch would just just engulf you. Oh shit. Well, it's a clutch situation. With AG on second and 2 outs, Johnson trying to get out of this now. Shamsky, left-handed hitter. And the pitch from Johnson. 5-6 left-handed, chops it to first. And that's going to be Big Dick Allen picking that up and taking it to the bag himself. That was a 5-6 left-handed. And Johnson gets out of it. AG left on second there. Had the leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit. First hit of the ball game. And it is a scoreless ball game. Right here after the first inning here at the Big Shea. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. I have to have courage. That's what I need. Courage. If I were the king of the jungle, not queen, not jack, not deuce. Okay. Oh, shit, yeah. Well, we're at Shea. Oh, did I do sort of, I did mischievous things at Shea. I don't even want to get into, I don't want to get into the things I've done at Shea. I also worked there as a vendor. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, here comes Cardwell, the conservative. The conservative who pulls beads off the necks of teammates because he doesn't like them. You fucking wear what you want. The hell, what kind of behavior is that? Anyway, Cardwell on the mound. Makes me kind of, think different of him, but look, he's human. I am so sick and tired of the human bullshit that, if that's the worst thing he ever does, okay. Here's Callison leading it off against Cardwell. It's a microcosm of society, baseball. You've had people who took their own lives. You have people who have died in accidents. You have people many dying of cancer. You've got people getting hit by cars as pedestrians and dying. You have it all. Well, here's Callison, left-handed hitter. And Cardwell, who retired the side in order. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 2-11 right-handed. Grounds it to first for Clendenin. And he takes it to the bag. He made that great play in the first inning. Throw into Cardwell covering. That's 1 down now. Cardwell has retired the first 4 fills. Phillies arguably one of 3 of the worst teams in baseball in this Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. Can any of you guess what the other 2 are? And the White Sox come close, but they're doing better now. But there's 3 other teams that are considered the worst that have about the same average. It's the Phillies in shame behind the in the cellar behind the expansion expos. Go figure that. Boy, that is something. Kurt Miller. That is a fluke in '69 on a Friday doubleheader against the Pirates. The Mets won both games 1-0. Kuzman driving the only run in the game, in one of the games, as well as Cardwell. That's, if that happened in Strat-O-Matic, you'd say, oh, that would never happen in real world. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Whoa, it's a 1-7, and he chops it to second for Boswell. Fields it cleanly and throws to Clendenin 2 away, 5 in a row for Caldwell. And here comes Ron Stone. We have Kurt Miller providing some Absolutely fascinating facts here about baseball, things you would never know. Here's Cardwell with 2 outs, Stone at the plate, left-handed hitter. That's going to be a 2-4 right-handed, pops it up to the right side of first base, foul territory. Clendenin under it, right under that, and he makes the catch. Yeah, another 1-2-3 for Caldwell. We've gone 1.5 here, and it's a scoreless ball game now. I hope you're all enjoying the ball game. I really frickin' do. And Rhodes Scholar. Rhodes Scholar now has arrived. Tom Jones saying it's not unusual. Are you telling, wait a minute, Kurt Miller, are you telling me that Tom Jones, when I'm reading shit like this is live text, people. Some of you, when you tune in too quickly after the game, it's not up yet. It takes a day for the live text to matriculate. He's saying Tom Jones saying it's not unusual. Are you talking about at that doubleheader? Or are you just using that as a metaphor? Okay. Here comes Johnson now. For the Mets, it'll be Boswell, Swoboda, and Grody. I guess you just do it. Sometimes I'm concrete. Do you know that? You fucking know that? Sometimes I'm concrete. Here's Kenny Boswell. Lead it off. It's a good ball game so far. I'm enjoying it. I always like good pitching. Johnson, the windup and the pitch to Boswell. That's going to be 1-9 right-handed. He grounds it first. Big Dick Allen takes it to the bag. Metaphor. Oh, yeah, okay, good. I like that metaphor. I like it like that. See how concrete I can be sometimes. Okay, Swoboda now. Johnson winds and deals. That's going to be 4-10 right-handed, and that's a chopper to short for money over to Allen, 2-away. And Jerry Grody, 2 outs, nobody on. Mets batting. Here's Johnson now, 2 outs. Grody at the plate and the pitch. That is 6-4 right-handed, catcher X. Grody hits a catcher X on a 6-4 right-handed. That's going to be Watkins 4-7. A Watkins 4-7. That's a 9. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on here? There it is. That's a 9-4. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's catcher X. That's 4-7. Sometimes you get a disconnection in your mind. That's 9-4. And that is a P/P. Okay, I'd rather not call it PP. And Watkins is an E7. That shouldn't be a problem. 7. Whoops. Reroll on the whole thing. The 20 die was used. House rules. Here we go again. That's going to be 6-10-12. Watkins 7. That's going to be 7-12. It looks like it's going to be a clean PP. Well, urine is sterile until it comes out. That is a clean PP. with no runners on base. That's going to pop out, and I'm sorry that it took so long. It isn't a 1-2-3 inning for Jerry Johnson, and we've gone 2 innings. I'll tell you, it's a good-looking ball game going on. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Oh yes, I am. Whatever that means, and I'm going to take a break for about 2 or 3 minutes. I need to, because it's very hard to maintain this level. This is about the best you get from me. This is the best I can do. Trying not to, lag, which I've had. So I'm going to take it to pace myself and then come back and try right head into this ball game here. Goes. Yeah, yowza, this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and this is a real frickin' thing now. This is the real frickin' thing. It's scoreless after 2. I'm digging the ball game. And even though I found out that Cardwell is so conservative that he finds it appropriate to rip the beads off Ron Swoboda's neck, because he doesn't like it as a fashion statement. That's sick. That's some sick freaking shit. Okay? That really is. And we have Kurt Miller. We have Mark Levine. We've had Rhodes Scholar. We have had Kathy Harden here. And we all love Kathy Harden. It's a scoreless ball game through 2. When we come back, it'll be top of the 3rd. Phillies batting, bottom 3rd. So far, Cardwell has been perfect. It'll be Watkins, Money, and Johnson. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and it'll be, again, 2 or 3 minutes. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Respite, yes. It's frickin' respite time. That's a pretty wild statement there. Because Seaver would be up technically the way they work that rotation. Kuzman pitched the fifth and final game. Gentry would have started game 6, and I think then Seaver would be up. They were doing it on 2 days rest or 3 days rest. But I could be wrong, Kurt Miller. I could be wrong, Kurt Miller, because Kurt Miller, I have been wrong so many times. And you want to know something? Because of that, I would never die for my beliefs. Because I could be wrong. Credited to Bertrand Russell, who said that. I'm all for free speech, but when people say I may disagree with them, but I would defend with my life his right to say it. If that's true, Kurt Miller, that's wild. That is wild. It's that he wouldn't use Seaver. Hey everybody, I'm back here, Jeffrey Guterman in Studio B at Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're enjoying the ball game. You think Seaver would have fought for the ball? You saw Wayne Newton around the same time. Wayne Newton is a very interesting character. Okay, really, I haven't studied him intensely, but I have looked pretty closely at the life of Wayne Newton and what a character he is. Jeez. Well, Cardwell comes out. He's been perfect thus far as Watkins, who is in for Mike Ryan, pretty much of a workhorse. If he's hurt, he's hurt. Watkins had 148 at-bats. We may see Watkins. He does play other positions, though. How long Ryan's going to be out. If anybody cares, I'll go try to take a look. Here's Cardwell now. Or I won't. I'll ask someone else can do it. Here's Cardwell, the pitch to Watkins. 5-6 right-handed, and he hits it to third for Garrett, and Garrett throws it over. Garrett was a very good fielder. He might have been a 3 on some positions, but if you look at Garrett, he's a 2. He's a frickin' 2 at Bo Derek. Wow. Yeah, and I've seen Bo Derek, pictures of her today, interviews with her today, and she is as lovely as she ever was. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's my opinion. So Watkins is retired. That was a 5-6 right-handed. Fielded nicely by Garrett. Here's money now. You saw a lot of shit. Yeah, I remember when Ryan came in. Kurt Miller was it was a turning point. There were multiple turning points in the 69 and any series. This is the one where Ryan saved it for Gentry, who had doubled in that game. And he was smiling. He cracked a smile. He was young, but he cracked a smile as he was being congratulated coming in. He was 10 feet away from the dugout, and you can all see it. You can all frickin' see it. Here's Don Money now. Cardwell has retired 7 now. The wind-up and the pitch to Money. That's 6-6, right-handed, fly ball right for Swoboda, who's under it. 2 outs, that's 8 in a row for the necklace puller. Let's just call him Beads. Okay? Let's call Cardwell Don Beads Cardwell. I'm talking Beads. 2 outs, nobody on. Maybe he is a bastard enough to be competitive. He was a good pitcher. I don't care what you frickin' say. He pitched a no-hitter. Look at his frickin' ERA. And he pitched a no-hitter in his career. Sure, he was 8-10. His record, I don't think that was really his fault. If you look at his numbers, or some bad breaks, he's a good frickin' pitcher. Caldwell. And with 2 outs, it's going to be the first Jerry Johnson's, his first plate appearance today, the pitcher. Cardwell has retired the first 8 in this ball game. Now, who are we talking about, Rhodes Scholar? Because my short-term memory sometimes gets so out of kilt when you say seeing her. Who is her? Beads. Yeah, I know Kurt Miller. Oh, you're getting good. You're synthesizing material. Beads died, we know. You shared that earlier. I'm glad you brought it up again. He died of frickin' Pick's disease, folks. Go look it up. I know it has to do with dementia, but I don't know the other aspects of the nature of it. Here's Caldwell now facing Jerry Johnson, the pitcher. He is a right-hander. And the pitch is 1-7. He chops it to second for Boswell, and he fields it to Clendenin, and it's Caldwell with 3 perfect innings. We don't say the PG words out of superstition, but we can say perfect thus far, all sorts of things, but we don't say the 2-word combination PG. Larson in an interview I saw, it was incredible, later years said that he didn't even know he had a PG in late innings. This is unbelievable performance by him. And if I'm not mistaken, Don Larson was the kind of guy who didn't have fast or hard stuff. He pitched. Okay. Here's Johnson now. He's retired 6 in a row after allowing the leadoff single to Agee in the first. It's going to be the late, great Buddy Harrelson leading it off. Cardwell comes out on deck. Here's Johnson now. And that's going to be 3-4 right-handed, grounded to third for DJ Johnson, 1 down. Here comes Cardwell. Cardwell, a 6-NR. Johnson now. Wind up and the pitch to Cardwell. That's 2-5. He struck him out. That's his second, Johnson's. 2 down for Agee, who has the only hit thus far. He opened it with the base hit. Johnson gets the sign from Watkins. He is set, and the pitch to Agee. That's 1-7, and it's a fly to left. A dead ball, fly ball. Getting under that is Stone. He does. It's a 1-2-3 inning. So both pitchers pitching very good baseball. I'd say we've already got a duel here going. It's a scoreless ball game after 3. Here at Shea. Big, beautiful Shea Stadium. In Flushing, New York. I don't know if we would technically think of it as being in Flushing Meadows. Maybe it is. I could be wrong, but I think Flushing Meadows is the entire complex, if you will, that included the World's Fair. And now you have the Unisphere, which is there. and it's a park, I guess. It's a beautiful area to have. But when Shea Stadium's first opening, which was in April, yeah, Flushing Meadow Park, Rhodes Scholar. Flushing, they opened in April of 1964. This is 2 months after the Beatles arrived, and 5 months after JFK was assassinated. And it coincided with the opening of the frickin' World's Fair of 64 to 65, and it was taking a ball game. Take in a frickin' ball game, you know. Stay at a hotel. That's what, you know, people from all over the world came for that. Take in a frickin' Mets game. And Kurt Miller notes that Wayne Newton sang Dankeschön, Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. Now, that's a separate song. And Red Roses for a Blue Lady. And I'm going to tell you, Dankeschön has to be his frickin' signature song. Okay? He owned that song. Not literally. If he's talking, he's a you know, on Wayne Newton. Oops. And what a sensation he was when he first came out. And you can look at him any way you want to look at him. But I would prefer us to look at him in two ways here. Just the classic youngster. And, you know, I want to tell you something funny since you brought it up. I can't find a good picture of him when he was really young. I wish I could. Here, I go Wayne Newton. Dankeschön. This is live. We'll put it on for about 3 seconds. We want to see a close-up here. There's no freaking close-up. It fucking sucks. This fucking sucks. Oh, excuse me. But Wayne Newton, you all know what happened to him with Wayne Newton. It's called life. Let's get back to the ball game. And well, here comes Cardwell now. Lord, he's retired the first 9. It will be back to, therefore that means it'll be back to the top of the order here for the Phillies. It'll be Harmon, Briggs, and Allen. He was a chubby boy, and one of the funniest freaking stories, now that I forgot I was going to mention, is the story of Johnny Carson making wisecracks about him that he's gay. And first of all, the first response, so what if he were gay? Okay? But the infuriation from Wayne Newton to the point where he came out publicly once, twice, and then the third time, he said he will hurt him, or something like that. He actually made a threat. You know, the whole question is like saying Obama is a Muslim. Okay, so what if he was a Muslim? That's the first question. Okay, Cardwell. 3 perfect against the Phils. Here's Harmon, flew to left in the first. Quite a ball game here. Oh, Lord. But who am I to judge with the plastic surgery, Rhodes Scholar? Here's Cardwell now. And the pitch to Harmon. That's 1-6, and he flies it to left. Shamsky is there. That's 10 in a row. He got him to fly to left again. Now Johnny Briggs, the batter. Johnny Briggs with 1 out, nobody on. He hit that hard ground ball that Clendenin was able to recover, and he had thrown to Cardwell covering the bag. Here's the windup and the pitch to Briggs. That's going to be 3-7 right-handed. Oh, it is a fly ball to center. A.G. with the diving catch. A.G. with a diving catch, 2 down. Let's look at it again, please. Let's look at that shit again. It was 3-7, right-handed, double 1 to 8. It's a frickin' 18 that was caught up by A.G. Oh, 2 outs, and that is 11 in a row. And here comes Dick Allen now. We're in a scoreless ball game, top of the 4th here. Cardwell perfect through 3 2/3. Faced 11 batters and retired them all. Doesn't that sound good? Doesn't that sound frickin' sweet? You know? And here we go. Well, I'm a little too high, aren't I? I'm so frickin' wasted that I am too frickin' high. Yeah. There's always a defensive play, sure. Oh shit, yeah, that play by Clendenin. A lot of people wouldn't have gotten to that. So 2 outs, nobody on. Trying to get it right down here again for you. And Cardwell is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Allen. That's 1-7 right-handed. Oh, there it goes. Into the gap. And it's a double, a 2-out double by Dick Allen. Well, it was a great early innings here for Cardwell. Let's hope he can not let this work against him. That was 1-7 right-handed, triple 1 to 4 double. And Johnny Callison is the batter in a situation. Caldwell trying to get out of it. Pitch to Callison now. That is 2-6 right-handed, struck him out. Oh, and the side is retired. His second strikeout, Caldwell. He allowed the double to Dick Allen, but left him on base. We're in the middle of the 4th. This is a scoreless game, and we hope you're enjoying it. This is Jeffrey Guterman. And Ron McGrath is a great freaking game, Ron McGrath. Bottom of the 4th, it's going to be Jerry Johnson again. Wayne Garrett leads it off, grounded to second in the 1st. Now he is retired 9 in order. He let up a single to A.G. to start off the game, and that's been it. Here's the pitch to DJ. That is 5-4 right-handed, grounds to 3rd X. That will be for, that's Garrett. Oh, wait a minute, I made a mistake there. We're gonna have to do a replay here. I hate it to happen. I'm frickin' bringing Jerry Johnson up. It's the bottom of the 4th. What the kind of shit is that? He leads off next. Since in Johnson, it's Garrett at the plate. And we're going to take the roll, folks. And it was not this roll. It was not this frickin' roll. Or at least we don't know it for sure. So we're doing an instant replay. I'm so sorry. But just the fact that we have this technology available to us is a reason to do it. So we're looking at how I wrongly pitched to DJ Johnson. That is funny shit. That is some funny shit. Now this is replay action now. wrongly putting up the DJ Johnson, and we're looking at the roll. Here it comes. And that's a 5-4. And it actually is the same roll. We just never know for sure. It's a 5-4, which is, you could see 5-4. Well, we have 5-4 here. And we're going to simply insert, it's house rules. We can come back to live baseball right now. We're going to just simply insert, I think 5-4 would be the same, but he was a left-handed hitter. That's interesting. It is a ground ball third X. I think I had ground ball third X. I don't know why I was looking at left-handed there, but this is a 5-4 against a left-handed. Garrett leading off, 5-4, ground ball third X. And that will be Garrett 220. Got a little sidetrack there, folks. That was Garrett 220. That's a 6-2. It's a G2. E20. That's going to be 4-8. Oops, wrong re-roll. Used the 20 die there. That's easy when you have this size. That's going to be 5-9. 5-9-12 on the G2 here on Johnson. I'm sorry, on Johnson. That's a E35 on a 12. That's an E35 on a 12. And that will be booted. Oh. That is an E1. That is booted by Johnson. And he was never a great third baseman. Stick him in left. Then first. That's the first error of the ball game there. I get a kick out of that, Kathy Harden. That. See what I got going here. There we go. Maybe I got a little too high. Just a little more to make sure we get the whole goddamn picture in there. And Garrett leads off with the, actually it was a third base, I'm sorry, with the error by DJ Johnson. And here comes Don Clendenin now. It's a scoreless ball game here. Johnson. From the stretch on the pitch to Clendenin. That's a 2-7 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the third. Got Clendenin swinging for the second time. Here's Art Shamsky. Shamsky grounded to second. Garrett short lead off first. One down. 4-5 left-handed. Grounds to short X. That'll be money, 327. That's 18-3. It's a G1. He's an E27. That's 4-5-6-7, E27 on a 7. And he is going to do it with a runner, a G1 with a runner on first. It is a double play. Turn by Money. Beautiful play by Money. 6-4-3 if you're scoring at home. And the side is retired. Wow. Don Money. So Shamsky grounds into a hard hit double play. No runs, no hits. The error by DJ, but to no avail. We've gone 4. This is a scoreless frickin' ball game, folks. I'm doing 2 at a time, pacing. And I think I'm doing, I hate to pat myself on the back, but I think I'm holding my own here. And I know that's not a very, well, I'll keep the camera off me, if you will. for now. We've gone 4. It's a scoreless, as you can see, it's a scoreless game. And we'll take about a 5-minute break here and pace ourselves and try to provide I will try to provide some good entertainment value here by holding my shit together here. Okay? I really am going to try to hold it. What do you think of that expression? Doesn't that expression mean something like, you don't shit all over the place? Like make a mess. In case you're wondering, I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. They're holding the line. Okay, yeah. But isn't holding your shit an expression, or did I make that up? I'd really like anybody to tell me. Or keeping your shit together, you know what I mean? Got your shit together. It's a scatological expression to refer to not making a mess of things, okay? And to use excrement as part of the metaphor is just very, very strange. Very freaking strange. Well, I think these have been a good 4 innings, if I say so myself. I mean, what could be finer? What could be freaking finer than to doing a Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay? And this is just not any replay. This is my freaking replay. Every game is broadcast. I didn't broadcast the beginning of the season, but in July is when I made the plunge to going everything. July 29, I believe it was. We're now September 6th, so not only is every game played, it's friggin' broadcast. And it is a scoreless ball game. This is a nice, tidy, we're taking a little break here, folks. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. It's Studio B here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's actually a community called Victoria Park, a neighborhood, if you will, within Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if it's incorporated or unincorporated or whatever it is. And it's a very nice community. And we have the studio here, which we use for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network here. And My Glamorous Life, another series I do. We got here, and, we got the media station here. Okay, and in order to eat and groom myself, and then the other side is the bed. I'd rather not show the bed, but that's a bird's eye view. It's only $950 a month, which makes living here so lovely. It makes it so lovely. Then, folks, I'm pacing myself. I'm going 2 innings full stroke. I got a little caught up there in I don't know if it was the middle of the 4th or somewhere here. Got sort of slowed down a little, but we're enjoying it. So we're pacing ourselves, enjoying this ball game on a Saturday afternoon. And what could be better than a Saturday afternoon? Because traditionally, the next day is Sunday, which is an off day. So in other words, just the idea of being able to enjoy this day and go to sleep and wake up and have another off day is just a nice thing. It makes it so good. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I hope that you are enjoying it. We encourage live text, all sorts of live text on any topic, much of it related to Strat-O-Matic. If it's Strat-O-Matic related, it is quite relevant, and then anything else, I'm pacing myself here, trying to do a good job here. Both pitchers have one hitters. Both pitchers are just awesome today. You're right, Kurt Miller. And very, very interesting ball game. Nice pitchers for these two teams. And these two teams do have some bats. You know, Allen doubled. And this Mets team, AG, and you never know when Clendenin's going to belt one. Shamsky's a good hitter. I think Boswell's a good hitter, average-wise and so forth. I always liked Grody at the plate. I always thought Grody. And then you have Buddy Harrelson. And now, Bud Harrelson belongs to the ages. And it'll all be over soon. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I'm 65 years old. It'll all be over soon. But I want to stick around a little longer for my son. Maybe 10 years. Jerry Johnson was a third baseman in the Mets system before converting in '65 to pitching. Now, how the hell do you like that, folks? That's a factoid from Kurt Miller. That is a very, very genuine, and no reason to, some of the things he said. The only thing that he ever said that I just wonder about, is it really, really true that Hodges told Caldwell he would pitch 7? And, that's a little strange for me. But okay, I'll take your word for it. Hey folks, Jeffrey Gooderman, and I'm back. I hope you're all doing well after my break. It's top of the 5th, scoreless frickin' game. Here's Caldwell now, facing DJ, Stone, and Watkins. Here's Cardwell, I'm sorry. That's 3-7 right-handed. Hits it to Buddy Harrelson at shortstop, and boy, look at him throw that over to Clendenin for the first out. It was a 3-7 right-handed. And here's Stone. Look at him against left-handers. Cardwell. The pitch to Stone. That is 4-8 left-handed. Grounds it to short for Buddy again. Throwing it to Clendenin, 2 down. And here's Dave Watkins. A weak hitter, I think. 176. 176, and we really don't have, I don't think we even have another catcher available because Ryan is injured. Ryan is freaking hurt. And even if we did, we'd let him go at least twice. Ryan is hurt. They've got to have a third. I always get pissed off when there's not a third catcher. Okay, there's no, maybe in this lineup besides Watkins. It's absolutely insane. They have 2 catchers on this roster. Of course, they'll use a nameless player if needed in the roster, but that, you know, that leaves me no choice but to have him hit. Here's Watkins. We would let him go. Even if I had someone to replace him, we would let him go 2 because of the realism, but then, you know, if necessary later, we would certainly hit for him. Here's Cardwell on the pitch to Watkins. That's 6-10 right-handed. Oh, it's a fly to center. It's going to be Agee under that. Agee 1-6. That's pretty. That's a 1-1. Oh, F1. No one else would have a chance for this unless you're a 1. Oh my. Agee going for that. Whoops, re-roll. That's 5-8-10. He's a 6. Oh, go get it, Tommy. 6-10. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, what a catch by Agee. Only a 1 would have gotten that. Everything else would have been a hit. A beautiful catch by Tommy Agee to retire the side. And we're in the middle of the 5th. What a pitching performance by 2 folks you wouldn't really expect it from. Heading to the bottom of the 5th here. Going on 2-inning shots to maintain focus and stamina. It's not easy. I have 1:43 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. 1:43 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. It's freaking early. It's way too early for me. I mean, I'm ready to go to bed. Here's Jerry Johnson. Not really, but God. Jerry Johnson, and it'll be Boswell, Swoboda, and Grote here. These are just, you know, classic names from this Met team. Okay, look at Johnson now. 1-hit shutout. Here's the pitch to Boswell. That'll be 1-6 right-handed. He grounds it to first for Allen. Takes it to the bag. 1 out. And they're just moving along here. Swoboda now. Johnson. That's 2-9 right-handed. Struck him out. And that's the 4th for Jerry Johnson. 2 down, nobody on. Mets batting, bottom of the 5th. And Kurt Miller notes that Jerry Johnson died at age 77 from Lewy body dementia about 2 years ago. What a frickin', I'm afraid to die. Oh, not afraid, I just, you know, how I'm gonna die, I I don't know. Well, sometimes I say it might have been better if I was never born, you know, but here's Grody now. I'm sorry. There is a subtext to that because it's that it's really like being like a parody or satirical even of someone who is just fed up, you know. 2 outs. Grody at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's 2-3 right-handed. He chops it to second for Harmon, and he tosses it over to Dick Allen, and that's a 1-2-3 for Johnson. So this pitching is just unbelievable here. We've gone 5, and this is a scoreless game, and I hope the fans are enjoying it. Oh, you have a Gmail. Road Scholar has sent me a Gmail, and I appreciate when people send me shit. Oh, look at this. He's got a Vic Rosnovsky. He can't hit left-handers. And I don't see what his average is, but he looks like a weak hitter, but he can catch. He's a 4+1. So we might use him. So you're telling me he was on this team. It's a Vic Rosnovsky. Wow. Let's keep that window open. It's Vic Rav. This is a hard one. Oh, Rosnovsky. Okay, that's a hard one. Rosnovsky. Here he is. Here he is. We'll try to find something on Vic Rosnovsky. He died. He died last year. He was 83. I guess that's a long life. Vic caught 4 innings in 1969. Wow. There aren't many great pictures here, folks. This one isn't bad when he's with the Cubs. This is a good one when he's with the Cubs. So we can hit for Watkins later in the game. Thanks to, was that you, Road Scholar? Thank you, that is really great. Wow. That's quite that is a legitimate enhancement, and I guess he gets that from the live, something like the live 365 kind of thing that you can get everybody, something like that. And so Rosnovsky would be available. Thank you, sir. He caught 4 innings. Wow. 231, 13 at bats. Wow, okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Here's Don Cardwell now, top of the 6th. Don Money leading it off. Watkins hit 176. But anyway, I'd be pinch hitting if they have anyone good on the bench. Here's the pitch to Money now. Whew, that's a 6-8 right-handed, and there is a base hit. Something very hard to come by today. Money with a leadoff single off Cardwell. That was a 6-8 right-handed. And here comes Jerry Johnson now. B. Bunter. Money on first, nobody out. Cardwell from the stretch. He lays it down. The infield stays back. He will be a B. It's a 10B. I don't know about this. Yeah, no, he's safe. It was hit right back to Cardwell, and he threw money out. Nice play by Cardwell. He was drawn off the mound. Wow, he did get a... That's wild. That is wild information. Joel Horlin. It's 1 out with Johnson on first. Here's Harmon. That is Joel Horlin with Vic Rosnovsky. Picked up a World Series ring as a being on the roster. He says as a backup catcher, but being on the roster for Andy Etchebarren for the 66 Orioles. I wonder if they had, was he a backup? Did he play much? No catcher can catch every freaking game. And then you have double headers. So it's 1 out, and Johnson. Jerry Johnson is on first. Here's Cardwell now from the stretch, facing Harmon. Top of the 6th, no score. Pitch to Harmon, 1-8, right-handed, fly ball center for AG, and Johnson holds, 2-away. And now Johnny Briggs is the batter. Caldwell. And the pitch. That's 4-7 left-handed. Oh, he walked him. He walks Briggs, and it's going to be a Dick Allen in a clutch situation. Look at this. First and second with 2 outs. And here he comes, the big man. I still call him the big man. Dick Allen, swinging that big, whatever he was, 40-ounce, I don't know what it was. He swung a heavy bat. It's 2 outs, a heavy, thick piece of wood there. First and second, 2 down, Cardwell. His first endurance inning is the 7th, trying to get out of this. He doubled last time, Allen. Cardwell, and the pitch to Allen. That's 4-6, right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, he gets Allen swinging. His 3rd of the game, and the side is retired. Wow, no runs. 1 hit, a walk, both left with the force, and we're in the middle of the 6th. It's a scoreless game here. And we're so glad to have you here for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. This is a ball game. Jerry Johnson now comes on out. The late great Buddy Harrelson will lead it off. Recently deceased in hospice with advanced dementia. Saddest fucking thing. I'd want euthanasia. Here's Johnson now. And the pitch to Buddy Harrelson for myself. That's going to be 5-8 switch hitter batting left, and that's me a chopper to first for Allen. And he takes it to the bag. Let's look at that again just to be sure. That's 5-8 switch hitter batting left. It was hit to Allen. And here's Cardwell. McGraw pitched in this game. In real world, the Mets won this one 3-0. In real world. McGraw is available. Ryan, DeLauro, Taylor, Kuntz, essentially unavailable. Unless it really got into a dire, we would try to use out someone else other than them. Other than after McGraw. Here's Cardwell batting now. He struck out in the 3rd. It's Johnson. And the pitch. That's 4-8. Right-handed. Struck him out. Oh, Johnson with his 5th. Oh, well, I'm sorry. It's Cardwell. No wonder. It was a 4-8 on the pitcher's card. Struck him out. Kurt Miller now says in 1966, starting catcher for the Orioles, Dick Brown suffered a brain tumor, and backup Charlie Lau suffered a right elbow, and creating space for Vic Rosnovsky. Now, but are you talking about they had Etchebarren? You mean as backup? And first of all, Dick Brown was the big story of that would be that Dick Brown was the starter, and his going out brought Etchebarren, if I'm not mistaken, and also just the morbidity of him having a brain tumor. That's freaking wild, Kurt Miller. That's a heavy dose of factoid material. 2 outs, nobody on. AG now. That's a heavy freaking dose, and you do it good. Here's Johnson now. The pitch to AG. That's 2-7, right-handed. Oh, grounds it to third. Hit sharply, picked up by Darren Johnson, throws it over nicely to Dick Allen. And Lord Almighty, Jerry Johnson is pitching better baseball, we could say maybe. I mean, they're both pitching great baseball. It's a scoreless game after 6. These are my favorite kinds of games. We hope Kathy Harden is here. And we hope everybody else is here. Ron, I think I saw Ron earlier. We have Kurt Miller, Rhodes Scholar, Joel Horland, currently in live text. We've gone 6. Every 2 innings, we take a break here just for me to keep pace. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is Kathy Harden. Yeah, we just like to know you're there, that's all. So sorry. And you're good with those emojis, I gotta tell you. We've gone 6. Look at this fucking ball game. This is a great ball game. And Cardwell will come out again, you know. And we'll see what happens here in the later innings. Scoreless, I tell you. And of course, I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And we're doing a replay here of the 1969 replay. And when it's good, oh, it's good. When I tell you, when it's freaking good, yeah, how you doing on that snow there, Kathy Harden? We wonder. Yeah, I don't think she got it too bad. But we'll let her speak for herself. I'm going to take a little break. I might even step outside for some fresh air. Oh, Jeffrey Guterman. Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I will be back. Jeffrey Guterman from Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, bringing you Phillies at the Mets from September 6 in our 1969 replay. And they started with a doubleheader. Phil swept the Mets in a doubleheader. This is the third of a four. Mets big story here. Game over 500, really. Playing great baseball. And the game is almost too good to be true. It's a scoreless ball game through 6. And here comes Cardwell in his first endurance inning. Kurt Miller notes that when Etchebarren was injured in '66, Rosnovsky split his fingernail and bruised his knuckle and was forced to play in pain until Larry Haney came to help. How do you like that? And some of us from the '69 replay, we know Larry Haney. We call him Mr. Haney. The catcher, the backup catcher, I think for Oakland. I think they have 3. They have Roof, and I think they have somebody else. Well, here's Cardwell now, starting his 7th. Johnny Callison, DJ, and then Stone. Here's Callison to lead it off. 0 for 2, Cardwell. He's ready. Whoa, that's off the board, but good. It counts. 4-9, left-handed. And that's a base hit by Callison. Whoa, just past the reach of Wayne Garrett, if anyone could have gotten it. That's a leadoff single by Callison. Look at it again. 4-9, left-handed. Single 1 to 5, it was a frickin' 4. Game of inches. Here's DJ now. Callison on first. Nobody out. Top of the 7th, no score. DJ 0 for 2. Cardwell from the stretch. That's 2-5 by DJ, and he struck him out. Oh, that's nothing. That's good stuff, Kathy Harden. You know, nothing better than striking out DJ Johnson. There's 1 out with Callison on first. And here comes Ron Stone, a 239 hitter. You know, if I'm going to pinch hit later, there's really nobody to bring in for him. Stone left-handed hitter, though. It's Callison on first, 1 down. Cardwell from the stretch. That is a 4-8 left-handed. Grounds it to short. Harrelson. He throws it to Boswell to force Callison. And Stone is safe on first. So it's a 2-out situation. Stone on first, and we're going to hit for Watkins. Okay? Actually, Watkins is not that bad a hitter, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's see who's available here. Because we'll bring in Rosnovsky. They really have I'm just pulling out the only people who really would. Heisel's been out. If I'm going to be fair, Heisel should not pinch hit. Taylor has been out. Okay, Rick Joseph is available. We're just going to have him frickin' hit. I'm sorry. You want me to bring Rosnovsky in? I'll bring Rosnovsky in to hit and stay at center. Let me look at the text. He hit 231, sure. Okay, we'll bring in Rosnovsky. Let's just open him up here in our Gmail here. Here, it's perfect. He's a left-handed hitter. Here's Rosnovsky now. Vic Rosnovsky coming in to hit for Watkins. Whoa. Rick Rosnovsky, and he will catch. As you can see, he's a 4+1 E3. I guess that's supposed to be good, but here's Rosnovsky now, facing Caldwell with 2 outs and Stone on first. And the pitch. It's a 110, right-handed, and he struck him out. Let's look at that. Let's look at that roll. It was against Cardwell. There it was, 110. In case you can't see that. Okay, it was a 110, and he struck him out. That's the 5th strikeout for Cardwell, and the side is retired. Rosnovsky will stay in the game. He may even come up again. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th now. And here's Jerry Johnson. He already had his first endurance. He's fresh. Throwing his warm-ups to Rosnovsky. And it'll be Garrett, Clendenin, and Shamsky. Wayne Garrett coming to the batter's box to start off the bottom of the 7th here. Here's Garrett now. Johnson gets the sign from Rosnovsky. Whoops, excuse me. Into his windup, and the pitch to Garrett. That's going to be 3-5 right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, my. Rosnovsky throws it back to Johnson. That's the 6th for Jerry Johnson. Here's Clendenin. Scoreless ball game. Clendenin can put an end to all that. End to the madness. People watching one of the, if not the best pitchers duels of the season with these 2 unlikelies, Cardwell and Johnson. Here's Johnson now, the pitch to Clendenin. That's going to be a 3-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. Struck out swinging. That's the 7th for Johnson. And Art Shamsky is the batter. He can also, he's got power. He's got a powerful swing. And he could put an end to this tension quite quickly. Johnson with the one out shutout. Allowed a single to Agee to start the game. No hits since then. There was the error by DJ Johnson. That was the only other base runner. No walks, struck out 7. Just remarkable, Jerry Johnson. And Cardwell has managed to shut out the Phillies through 7. Even though he's gotten into a little more trouble. Here's Shamsky now, 2 outs, nobody on. 3-6 fly ball center. This should end the inning. Under it is Briggs, and the side is out. You know, it is unusual. They freaking take him out. He sucks. That's why I took him out, Kurt Miller, because he frickin' sucks. He's a 175 hitter. He's not a better fielder, okay? I brought in Rosnovsky, okay? He's a 231 hitter. I hope it doesn't make this unrealistic. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th. Here's Cardwell now. Cardwell in his, we're going to the 8th, I'm sorry. Cardwell in his second endurance inning. He's very fresh. He's fresh as a freaking daisy. And leading it off will be Don Money. And by the way, what I put here is Watkins wasn't here, but I don't have a card. It's up on the screen. So I'll just turn his card over to remind me that when, if he's up again. Okay, here's Don Money to lead it off. Cardwell's with the shutout, a 3-hit shutout. Cardwell now the pitch to Money. That's 4-3 right-handed, fly ball right X. Oh, by the way, Kurt Miller, I just got word from the trainer. Watkins developed a blister. Okay? And so therefore, that's why they just took him out. A mild blister, but it's bothering him. Okay? That is, where were we? 4-3 right-handed? It's fly ball right X. And that's going to be Swoboda 3-4 out there. That's going to be 19-3. It's an F3 for Swoboda. And Swoboda is an E4. That's for a 10 E4. And he's gonna make that catch. And that is nice catch by Swoboda, 1 down, Money retired. Oh yeah, it's not unusual if that's your value, sure. Actually, it depends what you mean by unusual. If you talk about statistically among people, there's a lot of people who are into Strat-O-Matic. You know, if you're talking about social norms, like it's not unusual to, I don't know if I could come up with something horrible. You know, eat your lint, you know, pick lint out of your navel and eat it, you know, that is unusual, okay? Come on. No, I was going to say, Kurt Miller, that also he does have a groin injury in addition to that, and they just said there's no need to keep him in this game. Well, here's Jerry Johnson. They're going to have him hit here. There's nobody warming up in these bullpens right now. There will be soon, I bet. Here's Johnson hitting in the 8th. The pitch from Cardwell. That's 2-9, and he struck him out. Both pitchers piling up strikeouts. That's number 6 for Cardwell. 2 outs, nobody on. Harmon now. 0 for 3. He got hit in, I read it now. He got hit in the groin. He did, you know what I think is, if I may say, he did not get hit in the groin area, but he has a premorbid groin injury, okay? And so, you know, he's playing because Ryan is hurt with a groin injury, and that's no fun. And then you get the blister, and, you know, 2 outs, nobody on. Harmon at the plate. And the pitch from Cardwell, that is a 5-3 right-handed. Hits it right back to Cardwell. He's a 128. Let's hope he doesn't boot it. It was a 5-3 to the pitcher. He's a 128. That's a 1-1. Only he would get that, and other ones. Oh, my. It's a G3. Nice pickup by Cardwell. Can he hold on to it? He is an E28. Oh, Lord. 9-12. E28. Oh, and he boots it. Oh, it was just too tough to get. Oh, just too tough to get. Even he booted it. And that's the first error for the Mets. Love beads, yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let me check this out if this works out. Kurt Miller says they gave the injured catcher who was on the Phillies love beats. Oh, well, no one's going to frickin' touch those beats. If Cardwell wants to go into the dugout, you know, and frickin' mess with his beads, you know, that's worth a fight. That's worth a brawl. Anyway, Harmon reaches on the error by Cardwell with 2 outs. And Briggs is coming up 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's Cardwell now. That's 3-9 right-handed. Walked him. Now, let's remember Cardwell in his second endurance inning. He's fresh, but now he's got 1 here. There are 2 outs, though. It's first and second. And the big moment for Cardwell. Dick Allen. Lord, that's going to be a big moment here. 2 outs, first and second. No score. Top of the 8th. Phil's at Shea here. Cardwell from the stretch. The pitch to Allen. That's 110. And he walked him to load the bases. Oh, and Cardwell, how close can he get? He is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. And there's a McGraw warming in that frickin' bullpen. McGraw is frickin' warming. And this is very unusual. Gil Hodges is coming out. Cardwell has not reached fatigue yet. And he's pulling Cardwell. He's going to bring McGraw, the left-hander, right away to hit against Callison. And Cardwell even gets a good hand from some of the Met fans here, or compassionate people. Look at that. Callison is due up with 2 outs, bases full. And it's going to be Tug McGraw. That's it for Cardwell. He pitched 7 2/3 innings. He has not allowed any runs yet, but he's responsible for all 3 on board, even though the Harmon on third would be unearned. He only allowed 3 hits. He walked 3, struck out 6. It was pretty good for him. Has not allowed a run yet, but we'll see. And coming in is Tug McGraw. He pitched in this game in real world, and it would make so much sense for him to hit against the left-hander Callison. McGraw trying to get this 3rd out. Callison is 1 for 3. McGraw is at the mound. Look at 2.24. Jeez. And he's taking his warm-ups. This is a scoreless game here. McGraw is finishing up his warm-ups now. He's ready, and here's Johnny Callison coming to the plate. Johnny Callison steps into the plate, lefty-lefty here, 2 outs, bases full, no score. McGraw now from the full windup, and the pitch to Callison. That's 212. And he lines it to second right at Boswell. He didn't even have to move, Kathy Harden, and the side is retired. He didn't even frickin' have to move. Let's look at it again. What a ball game. It's 212. Left-handed, lines to second max. Same thing against righties. That will retire the side, and the Phillies leave 3. The Phillies leave the bases loaded. The rally started with 2 outs. The error first by Cardwell. Cardwell ends up allowing no runs, but he can get no. He's not going to get a decision here. It's gonna be McGraw now for the win. Johnson now, though. The big story, another story. This thing, Jerry Johnson, has been insanely good. Insanely good. It's about to. We've had 3 1-hitters. The only no-hitter was McNally this year. I think, if I could remember, it's Kilkenny, Broadbender, and we just had one. And I can't remember who it is. Look at Jerry Johnson. 1 hit, 1 batter. Garrett reached on an error. And that's been it. And he has 7 strikeouts. Johnson in his 3rd endurance inning here. In the 8th. Leading it will be Ken Boswell. Get your popcorn and settle in, or whatever you do. I have cannabis for the break. Here's Jerry Johnson now. Boswell 0 for 2. The wind-up by Johnson and the pitch. That's 5-11. Left-handed, base hit to right for Boswell. That's only the 2nd hit allowed by Johnson. It was a 5-11 left-handed single to right, thrown in by Callison. Boswell on first to lead it off. Here's Swoboda now. Grody on deck. Yeah, we're going to have some good stuff there. Here's Johnson. And the pitch to Swoboda. That's 2-3 right-handed. And that's a grounder to short. Oh, my money. To second, to first, and it's a double play. Oh, my Swoboda. The Husky Swoboda. Oh, yeah, we know Kurt Miller about Tim. Yeah, what a success story. Who would have known that his son would become a country music superstar? I mean, I think he is. Let's look at that again. 2-3 Swoboda right-handed. Uh-oh. That is a ballpark effect that I missed. This may not be. He's a right-hander at Shea. Oh, it's a ballpark effect. I caught that. Right-hander. And we re-roll on this. Shea Stadium. I like these. These are kind of cool. It's a ballpark single effect. Will this go through Shea? He's a right-handed hitter. 1-6, 7-20. We re-roll on this. It'll still be a line out. Is this to short? Yeah. How do they always get it short? How do they always get that right? That's a 9. And it is a line out to short. It's a line out. Whatever it is, it's a line out to short. It's not a double play. So Boswell, yeah. Thank you, Rhodes Scholar. Always appreciate the backup on that. So there's one down with Boswell still at first. And here comes Jerry Grody. Grody 0 for 2. Johnson from the stretch. Missing a die. There it is. The pitch to Grody now. That's 6-6 right-handed. He walked him. One more hit or walk. He is fatigued. And there is a Lowell Palmer, who is he has a juicy 5-point-something ERA. We would go with someone else if he reaches fatigue. In this kind of game, only Boozer is not available. Only Boozer is not available because he pitched last game. We would not go with Palmer. We would go with Bill Wilson. And this is why we talk about using these as guidelines that can be deviated. Wilson is rested. So Wilson is warming. It's almost warmed up. It's first and second with one out. And here's Buddy Harrelson, the late great one, with a chance to come through big. Johnson now from the stretch. The pitch to Harrelson. That's 2-3 right-handed, and that's a fly to right. And that's going to be good for Callison, and that's 2 away. And I have different rules when it comes to pinch hitting in a situation like this. In a scoreless game, we would, with 2 outs, first and second, we are going to pinch hit here. Oh, well, McGroar's in. Oh, shit. McGroar is in. We're going to have to pinch hit for McGroar. And they really don't have, Taylor shouldn't be used. DeLauro shouldn't be used. Ryan shouldn't be used. A lot of freaking people were used. Kuntz shouldn't be used. So therefore, what we're going to do is we are going to use Ron Taylor again. Okay, we're going to overuse him in this situation. There's going to be a hitter here for Cardwell in the 8th. Because it is a clutch situation. It's a shame to lose McGraw. Cardwell warming. Some of you may disagree with this. McGraw pitched only a third of an inning. Wow. I brought him in only because he was the only person used. But it will be Taylor. Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. It's 2 outs, first and second. There's going to be a hitter here. Johnson, 1 hit and or walk away from fatigue. Mets batting, bottom of the 8th, no score. Let's see who's going to come in to hit here. Cleon is not available. He didn't pinch hit in this game. I'll double check for you if you want. He did not pinch hit in this game, and therefore, as we follow this is how we do it realistically. He's hurt today. You talk about groin injury. Lord, is he hurt. We've got to play these by the books. Let's see if he hit. No, he did not. Al Weiss pinch ran. Again, the Mets won this one 3-0. Eddie Kranepool is hurt. He's been out, period. It's going to be the guy who had some real big pinch hits about a month ago or something, 1 or 2 real big pinch hits. It's going to be Duffy Dyer. Dyer is coming in here in a big clutch situation. It's 2 outs. Grody on first, Boswell on second. Boswell, the go-ahead run, no score, bottom of the 8th. Johnson, 1 hit and or walk away from fatigue. Here's the from the stretch, and the pitch to Dyer. That is 2-8, and it's hit deep by Dyer. That ball is going. Oh, Kathy Harden, that ball is gone. That ball is gone. Duffy Dyer. Kathy Harden, that is a 2-out pinch hit home run for Duffy Dyer. Let's look at that again. 2-8 against the right-hander. It's home run 1-15. Boy, he had 3 of them in 74 at-bats. And it was 1-15, 6 on the 20 die. That is a 3-run home run. That is a 3 frickin' run home run by Duffy Dyer. And I remember when he played a lot in the early 70s for Grody, I guess, when he was hurt. And it opens it wide up. It was a scoreless ball game, 2 outs. Boswell opened with a base hit. Swoboda popped to short. Lined out to short. And then the trouble started. Grody was walked by Johnson. He was 1 hit under walk away from fatigue. Harrelson flew to right, and with 2 outs, Duffy Dyer came in to hit for Tug McGraw and hit a 3-run home run. And this inning isn't over yet. It's 2 outs. Let me just enter this, please. Oh, my. Oh, Duffy Dyer. And Duffy's got him dancing at Shea. Oh, shit. If only you could see it. They're dancing at Shea. Oh, if only you could see it. A 3-run home run here in the bottom of the 8th. And that was off Johnson, and that knocks him out, by the way. Oh, Lord, we'll get moving here. Let's enter this for Dyer, please. Oh, my. Absolutely. You want to talk about great Strat-O-Matic games. I'm glad they busted it open. For Dyer, that's number 5 in the replay. I told you he had some big clutch hits about a month or so ago. How many did he have in real world? He had 3. He's hit his 5th already. And that was as big as can be. We got that entered. And there's going to be a new pitcher now. Oh, yeah, shit, yeah, it's going to be Bill Wilson. After that, he reached fatigue. Johnson pitched 7 2/3 innings. That's just, he went a little too long. And Duffy Dyer, 2, he allowed only 3 hits. He walked 1, that was this inning. He struck out 7 and allowed 3 big ones. The bases are cleared for earned runs. New pitcher now. And it will be, as I said, Bill Wilson. In a whole different ball game now. Wilson coming out to take his warm-ups. It's a whole new ball game. Kathy, it is a 3-0 New York Mets ball game. That's what the hell it is. And, you say, Strat-O-Matic, baseball games, some are better than others, but when it's great, oh, Lord, and I'm glad it was a 3-run freaking job. And it's all going to be Ron Taylor. It's going to be McGraw for the win, having pitched 1/3 of an inning. And it turns out Cardwell pitched great freaking baseball, allowed no runs in 7 2/3. And Taylor will come in for the save. That's my scoring on that. Meanwhile, here's Bill Wilson. taking his warm-ups. He is a right-hander. It's 2 outs, nobody on now for the New York Mets. And here's Tommy Agee, 1 for 3 today. It all started with his base hit, but after that it was nothing. And then here in the bottom of the 8th with the scoreless. Bases loaded. Actually, it was first and second, I'm sorry, 2 outs. Pinch hitter Duffy Dyer came through in a big way. In a big freaking way. Okay, Wilson will face Agee now. 2 outs, nobody on. Oh, what a freaking game. Here's Wilson. And the pitch to Agee. 310 right-handed, and he grounds it to short for money. And he throws it over to Allen, and the side is retired. We've gone 8 here. It's 3-0 now. And, some of you may say, oh, well, a really great game would have been we're going to take a little break. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We're heading to the top of the 9th. And the Phillies, tall order. It'll be DJ Stone and Rosnovsky for the Phillies, with Taylor coming in for the save. Some of you may say, oh, well, I think a good ball game. I think a good game is when it's no score into the 9th or 1-0, or hell, I love this. I don't need a 1-0 game. I love Dyer has done it again. Duffy Dyer has done this. He's done this before for the New York Mets this year. Not just a meaningless solo home run, but a pinch hit game winning or game leading. Duffy Dyer of the New York Mets comes through in a big way here. With the 3-run pinch hit. And, I never really thought of him too much as a pinch hitter, but they used him to pinch hit occasionally. Duffy Dyer. Duffy Dyer is still alive. 78 frickin' years old, and God, there's pictures of him today. I can't find anything else, but look at him today. Oh, that's a firewall. But it's really cool to see him. Stay tuned for the top of the 9th. Vic Rosnovsky, thanks to Road Scholar, came in due to the groin injury. Just an exacerbation of a groin injury, really, along with maybe it isn't a blister, but Rosnovsky has been catching since then. And I've been pacing myself. What a ball game. I've been doing 2-inning spurts and putting everything I have into them. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. We'll be back in a few minutes for the end of this ball game. We'll be back in just a few, folks. This is the way Strat-O-Matic should be. This is the way it should frickin' be. Oh, is that tasty? Oh, is that freaking tasty as can be? The Mets will be relying on Ron Taylor to save it, literally. I admire the shit out of that he became a physician after baseball. As the story goes, Harry Houdini became terribly ill after he agreed to allow some guy to give him a gut punch to see if he could take it. He used to do that. And some people think it just burst organs, and he saw a doctor, and the doctor was treating him, and the doctor was in awe of the great Harry Houdini, and he said to Harry Houdini, the doctor said, I forgot what the word was, you're a great man, something like that. And Houdini said, no, doctor, you're the great man. And many people probably know, Phillies won't come back. Taylor will come through. He pitched in last game, but he's well enough. He says, he wouldn't say. And he's well enough to come in here. And I'm just pacing myself, taking my final break, most likely. 3-0 on the pinch hit 3-run home run by Duffy Dyer. Taylor coming in for the save in just a couple minutes here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. It will be DJ Johnson, Stone, and Rosnovsky. Rhodes Scholar was so kind to provide the card. The least I can do is frickin' use it, if you follow what I'm saying. Here's DJ Johnson coming up now. Absolutely. We thank you for getting Vic into action here. We're at Shea here. Flushing Meadow Park, top of the ninth, Phillies down 3-0 after Duffy Dyer. I'm sorry to keep repeating it. Pinch hit, 2 out, 3-run home run in a scoreless ball game. Taylor taking his warm-ups. Okay, Taylor is ready now. It's going to be DJ Johnson leading it off. Taylor now is ready. The wind-up by Taylor and the pitch to Johnson. That's 2-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. Oh, it's been that kind of game here. I think this is a Mets game. Now Ron Stone, the batter. Taylor. The pitch to Stone. That's 4-7 left-handed. Oh, he walked him. So Stone is on. And here comes Rosnovsky. He struck out in his first at-bat. Rosnovsky steps into the batter's box. Vic Rosnovsky. It's 1 out, Stone on first. Taylor pitching. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Rosnovsky. That's going to be a 3-9 right-handed. And he struck him out again. Not him again, but he struck out again. Tony Hartley has arrived. Where are you, Subway or what? That's 2 outs. And Ron Taylor is 1 out away from this ball game. And Don Money is the batter. We have a Tony Hartley coming in here at the end here. We want to know, are you at a restaurant, a Subway restaurant? I have a chicken dinner, Tony. It's 2 breasts, rice, and potatoes. I have Mike and Ike's for dessert, along with ice cream, Neapolitan, and I have chips if I wish to snack. Where are you? If you're having a sub, what's on it? Oh, you're at McDonald's. What are you having at McDonald's? Is it the McCrisp again? Tony Hartley may be having a McCrisp again. He had one before. That would be my guess if he liked it. Meanwhile, back to the game. Ron Taylor is 1 out away from a save. 3-0 Mets. 2 down. He has struck out 2. Stone on first. Money at the plate and the pitch from Taylor. That's 5-10 right-handed. Fly ball center. AG makes the catch, and the ball game is over. What a game, what a Mets win. It's a much-needed win for the Mets. The final score is 3-0. It was a real team effort. All along the way, a combined shutout. Taylor pitches 1 inning. He walked a batter. That's all right. Struck out 2. He gets the save. The win goes to McGraw. He was in the right time at the right place. The loss to Johnson, who was responsible. Actually, Johnson let up the 3-run home run. Wilson came in, pitched 1 1/3. The final line on this ball game: New York Mets 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. The Philadelphia Phillies 3 runs and no runs and 3 hits. Wow, and a 1-hitter. What a frickin' wild game. 2 hits, Where's the third hit? There it is. 1, 2, 3. And a Sausage McMuffin. Okay, it was a great frickin' game, Rhodes Scholar. A great frickin' game. Look at that, and that is he had allowed only one hit, Jerry Johnson, and Boswell got the base hit, and with one out, Grody walked. Harrelson flew to right, and then Dyer pinch hit. Some were thinking, what kind of whacked out call is that? Do you take Cardwell out? And they brought Dyer in, and he hit it out, and it was a 3-run home run, and that's the final score, 3-0. Mets now within 11. And the only thing I like to point out here, if you look at the standings in the East, is that the Mets are now 3 games over 500, 11 behind the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubs are 10, 11 and a half behind. Cubs are 10. Mets, oh yeah, Hodges made the right moves for the win, sure. And Mets are moving up on Chicago. I don't think they've played this date yet. So the Mets will now be 1 full game behind them. That'd be really something if they can overtake the Cubs. This has been quite a ball game. I hope you all enjoyed it. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. Final score again, folks. New York Mets 3. Tony Hartley, I don't know for sure, but my guess is going to be tomorrow morning, maybe very early, like 7:30 a.m. or 8 a.m., maybe earlier. So it's hard to say. I'm sorry I don't give better notice. I find that if I don't commit myself many hours ahead of time, it's more spontaneous and I just enjoy it that much more. Of course, that has its downsides. I'm going to put this game away. And I want to thank everybody for being here on just a super game on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. That was a lot of freaking fun. And I look forward to doing it next time.